Hello, welcome, Marlene here. Today we're working on an adorable snowman cookie. I got this cutter half off last Christmas, and this is my first time using this particular cutter. I'm not sure if you'll be able to find it, but they're all pretty much the same. I like this set because it was a nesting set. I got 3 different sizes, all the same. Anyway, the point of this tutorial is using shading similar to what I did with my ghost that was very popular, and adding some shading to make the little snowman have a little bit more character and look a little bit more cartoony. And so we'll be adding some shading to the left side of the character. And now on to the step-by-step tutorial. I've transferred my template onto the surface of the cookie, and if you can see here, there's some shading, and that's what the secondary line is. And then the shading here on the edge of the nose. And the color for the shading is Delphinium Blue. I'm just starting here and covering that guideline. And I'm actually outlining the whole design in this. On this side, it's not really going to be that visible, but I just thought it was easier to kind of outline the whole thing. Not the top, however. And now I'm just creating that section that's the shading. And there. And I'm just filling all this in. And you can just quickly, since it's shading, it doesn't have to be super precise. And there. Let's just make sure it's connecting to that outer line. And now also right here, the shading from the nose right there. There. And now I'm filling the rest in white, connect to that shaded color. Make sure you get a good fuse. It's supposed to look like it's all one big piece. We're filling in everything. Now I'm just smoothing all this out here. Make sure that you have all your icing is connecting. Here it's flopping a little bit. I'm just going to pull it over here, give it somewhere to go. I'm also going to add a little reflection right here and then a pull down. There's actually a cookie crumb right here and right here. So I'm just going to squish it into the icing. There. And now I'm actually going to create some shading for the buttons. So 3 buttons, and these will sink down. And I'm just going to drop the buttons a little bit off of that shadow so that there. And there. And the final button like that. Let's just give this a shake so that it all sinks. And the last bit are the cheeks here in a peach color. I want to have all that sink in as well, and I want that on top of my shading so that it's nice and bright. There we have it. And this needs to be dry before we can move on to the next step. I get a lot of messages about black bleeding into the other color. You don't have to take your black to jet black. Gray is plenty in many cases. Like this is a hat. Just because we always see it black doesn't mean it has to be black. It can be gray. And it's less prone to bleeding. So if that's an issue you have, then consider that. And also leave a hairline separation between the black and your element. That is for sure going to help because they're literally not touching. And now I'm just filling in this hat section. There we go. And I'm just adding some white icing right here to create the ribbon around the hat. I'm going to color it after, actually. It's just I don't have any of the correct consistency red icing, and so to just kind of get a fast fix, I'm going to fill that in white, and then once it's dry, I'll be able to come in with an edible marker and just quickly get the color I want on the hat. It's a little cheat. So let's smooth that out. I stuck my finger in it. There we go. I've got some red and green icing in my piping bag, and it's important to have your tip kind of aligned with the colors so that it comes out and you get half of each or whatever pattern you're kind of going for. Make sure you have your lines up. This is a 47 tip, and I'm just going back and forth the width of the scarf here, and so I'm going back and forth across the neck area, creating a little bit of a scarf, and then I'm going to go down to create the kind of folded part that's going down, and there. A very festive looking scarf. Here I'll add a little star right there and right there. That's cute. All right, ready to finalize the design. Now the hat. You see here I caved it in with my marker. I went through it, so be very gentle if the icing's not completely dry when coloring this area in. But it is faster than mixing up a batch of whatever color you need when you only need a little bit. If you have the marker color, this is a good cheat. Now I've got a small little template for my guidelines. I'm going to place it, and now I'm just drawing on the eyes here in black. I'm grabbing a yellow marker for my carrot template there, and I'm going to draw the smile. Oh yeah, so first let's do some little eyebrows, and let's get the smile on here. There, the smile and the eyes. Now that we have the face on, we can come in now and add the second kind of layer of the hat. This creates kind of like a foreground, makes it look less flat. I'm just coming in and adding this hat. Let's smooth all this out here. Now I'm grabbing my orange icing to just create the little nose. I maybe went a little big, but there we go. And now the arm here, creating the thumb and the beginning of the hand, like he has mittens on, not individual fingers, and coming down from the scarf here, finalizing that. That to heal, and the other side. The shadow on that side, and just the little arm there. Let's pull the shadow. Add a bit of the shadow here. There. And that's it. Let's give it a shake. And he's pretty much done finalizing the hat. I'm just adding some leaves here on the side, kind of like icing, holly, if you will. So pulling in 3 directions like that. And then I'm dunking my needle in the icing, and it's sticking to my little sprinkles here that I'm placing on the wet icing so that they stick. Press them in, and there you have the completed snowman. I've been trying very, very hard this year to get ready for Christmas because I always seem to fall behind. So I hope I'm giving you guys the motivation to be organized and make those cookies that you always wish you made for the holidays. So I hope you enjoyed the project. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the shading if it really improves the design. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.